So we got a nice little cute man bun going, and we are going to begin. I'm going to be using my CIATE London Hydrating Watermelon Burst Primer. I love this. If you need a hydrating primer, this is like one of my favorites ever. And it comes in a cute little pink package. And it smells like watermelon Jolly Ranchers. Then for foundation, I'm going to use my Armani Luminous Silk foundation. I love this. I don't know what it was, but when I first tried this, I didn't love it. And I think when I first tried it, I was just like in a different makeup stage. Like I think I was like more into full coverage, and I wasn't really as into like the natural look, and I didn't love it, but now I'm obsessed. So I use shade 6, and I'm just going to do a little like quarter pump in each part of my face, and then start blending her out. And this brush is an IT Cosmetics brush. It's probably like limited edition. I feel like a lot of their brush handles are limited edition, but this is their Radiant Foundation brush. I pretty much always do my foundation first, which if you watch my videos, you already know that, but I really like to just put some on my eyes as like an eyeshadow base before I go in with any eyeshadow. Now I'm gonna move on and do my eyeshadow. So I'm gonna be using the Too Faced Natural Nudes Born This Way palette. I talked about this in my 2021 favorites. It's just a really great neutral palette. So to start off, I'm just gonna go in with the shade Swan, just right underneath the brow bone. It's just like a nice like bone color. And then I'm just gonna drag it like all the way down to my lid, just so we have a nice even base to start with. Then I'm gonna go in with the shade Nude, and I'm just gonna put that into my crease as our kind of like transition shade. And you guys said you wanted neutral, so I'm giving you neutral. Then I'm gonna go in with the shade Petal, which is a nice light baby pink shade. And I'm just gonna be putting that on my lid. So although this is gonna be neutral, we will have a little bit of like, you know, Valentine's Day pink vibes. But I feel like pink and blush is pretty neutral anyway, so that's okay. But my overall like inspiration for this look, not so much the eyes, but like the whole vibe and like the lip, was Megan Fox, like, you know, back during her Transformers days. I just always loved her makeup. Like, I'm sure I have like a tutorial on my channel somewhere of like her makeup, but she always just looks really fresh and not too much. And I feel like maybe that's why guys love her so much, because she doesn't ever look like super makeup-y. Like, she just looks like she's just naturally beautiful, which she is. And by the way, I do not think that I look anything like Megan Fox. People do say that sometimes, and I do not understand it. I think it's just the fact that I have blue eyes and dark hair. I do not see any other sort of resemblance, but I do appreciate that comment whenever I get it. But her makeup vibe, like especially back in the day, it just looked like so just pretty, and I don't even know how to describe it, but I'll put some, you know, photos of my inspiration on screen. Then just taking my finger, I'm gonna go in with the shade Rose Gold and slap that on the lid. And I'm probably gonna mix this with another shade just because I think I want the lid a little bit brighter, but we're gonna put down that Rose Gold shade first. So then I think I'm gonna go in with a little bit of Shimmering Pearl and just press that on top. Then I'm going to go in with the shade Glistening Snow, which is a very frosty color, and that's going to go on our inner corner. So this eye look, I didn't even really look at Megan Fox's eyes. I know she always has like a nice cat eye going on, so I will do that, but I don't know like what her eyelids look like, because nobody's looking at Megan Fox's eyelids. You're looking at her, you know, cat eyes or her boobs or her lips or, you know, just all the above. So then I'm going to go in with the shade Truffle, which is the darkest color in the palette, and I'm just going to take a really flat shader brush. This one is from Dior. You do not need to have a Dior brush, but, you know, I'm just going to take this and I'm going to press this into the lash line. And I don't typically go this far in with like a liner on my upper lash line, but today we are going there. So just do a really thin like liner. Then I'm going to do a little bit of a wing just with shadow, and I'm going to take like the side of that brush and just do like a little flick. And my tip for doing a wing is always to keep your eye open. Like I'm looking like kind of down just because that's where my mirror is, but you want to keep your eye open. Like don't like do it like this and don't do it like this or like stretch it, because when you unstretch it and you look like a different way, your eye shape totally changes. And this tip is especially helpful if you have like a hooded eye, you know, where like your crease like goes down, because if you don't do that, it's all gonna be frigged up and you're not gonna like it. So you have to keep your eyes open, and it does take practice, but you will get it, I promise. The benefit of using a brush like this though is it just covers so much surface area and it has a built-in straight edge, so it makes it a little bit easier, but it is, you know, slower than, you know, just doing like a liquid line. Is she even? I don't know. Chances are your Valentine's Day date is not going to be like, your wings, what is going on with your wings? If that is what they're saying to you, then that is a red flag, and hopefully you'll be busy doing something else that will not be, you know, the center of attention. Also going to take that same Truffle shade and put it on the lower lash. Very thin line. Then for the rest of the lower lash line, I'm just going to go in with that nude shade again and smudge that there. And we'll kind of like blend it into the darker shade. So then I'm going to go in with actual liquid liner just for the very base, because I want it to be very black. And I'm going to use this NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Tint Pen. This is amazing for eyeliner. So just like how I use my Urban Decay Brow Blade as eyeliner, this is like a dupe for the pen side. So I'll have this in like a bunch of shades, but this is the black. I wouldn't use black on my eyebrows, obviously, but they do make it in black, and it just has a really fine tip to it, so it's just so good for doing like a nice eyeliner. So I'm just gonna put that right at the very base, and you could do your whole, you know, wing or whole eyeliner with this if you want, but I just want the very base, especially because we're gonna add lashes, and I feel like Megan Fox would do black. Then also, just to get it nice and extra dark, I'm going to go in with the ColourPop gel eyeliner, cream gel eyeliner, just in the shade Swerve. I mean, you could have just called it black, but I understand. And I'm just going to put that on my upper waterline. And then I'm going to use my Gucci mascara. So I just did a whole video using Gucci makeup, and this was one of my main takeaways that I enjoyed. So I'm just going to add a tiny bit of this before we add our fake ones. Then for lashes, I'm going to go in with these from Amazon. They are Ameda style 005. They just have like a nice, you know, flared, wispy, subtle, natural effect. I have not put on false eyelashes in a long time, and it shows. Just add a little bit more mascara just to beefing them up a little bit. They are really nice and fine, which I love because they look so natural, but I do like to add like a little bit of mascara to them so they're a little bit just bolder. So now I'm going to go in with concealer. I'm going to use this one from Kosas. I've never used this before. It is in the shade number 6. And I'm just going to, you know, do my typical... It's not going to be bright enough, but I will just do it under my eyes. Hold on. I'm going to take a little bit of my DIOR concealer in the shade 1W and do this to brighten. And this sponge is from Eco Tools. It's really nice. And it's also biodegradable. And I honestly never thought about the fact that there's gonna be so many freaking beauty blenders in landfills in the future, or like right now. So this is 100% biodegradable, it says, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so that Kosas one was just, I don't know, it looks so much lighter in the tube, but it was like really dark on my face. So I'll have to try a different shade of that. Then I'm gonna go in and set my under eyes with my ILIA Soft Focus Powder. Then I'm going to go in with bronzer, and I'm going to be using my CoverGirl Clean Fresh bronzer. Actually, this is just a face powder in the shade Rich. It's a really nice bronzer shade for me, so my hair is just not going to stay put, so you're just going to have to deal with it. Then for my blush, I wanted to do something that looks like a natural flush from within and looks like nice and glowy and just like a nice plump cheek. So I'm gonna use this one from ALMAY. I'm not sure the shade of it. It always comes off when I'm like opening the packaging, so I never know what the shades of these ALMAY blushes are, but I do really like the formula of these. I'm just gonna go ahead and put this on my apples. And yes, I'm well aware that I look like a clown right now, but as always, it comes together. Don't worry. I want it to look like this right now. If you're new here, I want it to look like this right now because it's gonna look perfect in the end. In the end, it doesn't even matter. Then nose contour, I'm gonna use my DIOR contour palette. Then for my nose highlight, I'm just going to use that glistening snow color. Just put it right at the tip. Right in between. Then before I do my brows, I'm going to go in and buff my face. I always do this step. Today I'm going to use my CoverGirl Pressed Clean Fresh powder in the shade Medium. And I just take this and I go over my entire face. Even go over the brows, literally everything. Nothing goes untouched. So once I have everything nice and buffed out, I'm gonna go in with setting spray. This is the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better spray. And then I'm gonna go off camera and do my brows. Then for my lips, I'm gonna go in with this lip liner from Makeup Forever. It's called Wherever Walnut, just like a natural nude with a tiny bit of a pink undertone to it. And really just lightly lining. I just wanna like even out my lips because they are not really symmetrical. And then really just blending it. I want it to be barely there. Like I don't want that lip liner look. And then for that really nice signature Megan Fox lip, I feel like she always has like a very nice like natural pinky, you know, very juicy looking lip. Like she's never really wearing a nude lip. She's always wearing like a nice like natural pink or a red lip. So I'm going to be going in with a lip plumper actually, and this is the Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme, and it just has this like nice like rosy tint to it. And this is in the shade Bubblegum Yum. So I'm going to apply this and let it work it. So I'm going to apply this and let it work its magic. So that is pretty much the finished look. So it's not like 100% Megan Fox inspired, just like kind of like the shape of the eye and the lip. I'm really into this lip. I don't know why. Normally I do not like such like a natural looking lip, but I feel like it just looks really nice. And even when you like wipe the gloss off, you still have like the effects of the plumper going on, and it still gives you that really nice like subtle pink vibe to it, and I really like that. So that is going to complete this year's Valentine's Day makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.
I keep trying to do like this face with my face, but like my teeth don't do that like thing with my lips. Like if I do the pouty look, only my bottom teeth show, but when she does the pouty look, only her top teeth show. So I'm just over here like looking like the freaking Angry Beavers. Not looking anything like Megan Fox. I tried.